I'm not gonna discount playing maybe some Spell Pierce's main deck. That might be okay. We did cut a Fading Hope. Fading Hope's okay in that matchup because it can bounce the random stuff. I don't know. What about Alamora? We just went 4-1 with this deck. We played mono green 4 times. I beat it 3 times. Lost to it in the finals for the trophy. Unfortunate. The Reckless Rages felt kind of lackluster, right? Anyone agree with that? Should we try a different build that plays like no Swiss Spear and just plays like a little more interaction, you know? Like we could play, if we cut these, we can play 2 Izzet Charm, maybe another Strangle, and we just turn these into Fire Impulse. All right, let's just do, you'll see, open new copy. Let's try a new build. Actually, let's see if Tim wants to play Fall Guys. Tim's home from, he was out of town for a couple days. I want to hang with him, play some Fall Guys. But first, let's work on the deck a little. God dang it. I think we have to maybe trim of one mind if we do this, though. We just don't have enough humans. The human shredder combo. Yeah, it's probably worse. That's fine. Let's just run it back. I'm going to make 2 small changes to the sideboard. I'm not even sure that I need Rending Volley. Let's play a Disdainful Stroke. See if I have one. And was it another Strangle? I don't own one. That's fine. I'll just go buy one real quick. 2 Thing in the Ice? I mean, that's just a different deck, right? If you want to play like 4 Thing in the Ice on the sideboard, that's fine. But you have to just completely change your deck to facilitate. I should have some credit on Cardbot. Been using Cardbot for forever. Just always have credit floating around. Plus, I'm sure Strangle's like $0. This could be a Delver deck? Yeah, it could be. Delver might actually be better than Swiss Spear. But I like the Prowess. It's very aggressive. All right, let's just go play another league. Let me make sure my changes went through. Okay. Nah, we got beat in the last game. It was very close though, Max. Very close. 4-1. Wow. It's not underscore. Oh, shit. I have a space. I have a space in my name, so it's fucked up. I like got grandfathered in with a space instead of an underscore. Lorak, we have one to get already, and I literally just talked about it, man. You need to pay attention. I literally just said I want Disdainful Stroke for Cavalier of Thorns. That's the only reason I put it in the sideboard. I literally said it 3 minutes ago. Look, if you want to play some things in the ice on the board, though, I mean, they're probably not that bad. All the changes you make, though, are going to make the deck worse in some way, and you got to find ways to mitigate it, right? Like, if you board in Thing in the Ice a bunch, your other creatures are bad, so you got to find a way to cut them, and then that means you also got to cut Of One Mind or trim them. I don't hate the idea. Maybe it's time to just go old school, no more Ledger Strider, just 4 Thing in the Ice, right? Thing in the Ice is really good against green. Yeah, your Reckless Rages get worse when your creatures get cut too, yeah. If I cut Swift Spear for Delver, Reckless Rage has to go. And if I cut Swift Spear for no more creatures, then Of One Mind is much worse, right? Alpine Moon, I don't think that those types of cards are good against Lotus Field anymore, because they just have a ton of Besejus and tutors for Beseju. So, like, the Damping Spheres, the Alpine Moons are no longer good against them. Mulligan this hand, 2 mana heavy. This one's a little bit better. Let's see, they're revealing a Siorian, so we can put back a Play with Fire. I mean, I know what the card does, Lorak. You don't have to explain to me what the cards do. Look, you want to put those cards in your sideboard, be my guest. Try them out. They're, you know, it's not like I fucking forgot Alpine Moon existed. You know? But you worry too much about beating Nykthos with Alpine Moon, and then they just kill you with Old Growth Trolls, you know? They just hard cast all their shit, because they just already generate tons of mana. Alpine Moon is, like, not that good. Damping Sphere is a bit better, because it shuts down a couple of their other things, too, but... Alright, Plains. Let's go for an opt. We'll probably just opt Consider here. We'll go bottom on this. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying out like those cards just aren't that good against them anymore. They were never that good against mono green. You know, I thought they might have March on 1. That's okay though. They save some damage. They trade a 2-for-1 for tempo. They don't have a blue source on 2. We're gonna play this on red. We're gonna play Peasy and Consider. I'm gonna do this now. I really don't want to get it counterspelled. I might upkeep Play with Fire. Are they mono white Yorion? No, they exiled it to Fairy, right? Yeah, they just don't have blue. I want to draw a mana source, I think. All right, now I'm just gonna play Swift Spirit. They can Verdict with a blue source next turn, but then we can just refuel with Cruise. I just want to get this damage in while they are weak or look weak, you know? Yeah, it's definitely not mono white though. They pitched it to Fairy. They're just color screwed at the moment. They just conceded? That means they didn't have Verdict or blue. Oh, they did have Verdict. They had one more turn. What are they doing? Dispute in, Pearson, negate stroke. Then we just cut a bunch of our removal, Play with Fire, Reckless Rage, Strangle. All right, so we have to keep in some amount. We'll keep in a couple of Play with Fires. Cut Strangle, Reckless Rage. We could cut 2 Play with Fire for 2 Hearst, but I don't think they're that graveyard synergistic. And a couple of play with fires doesn't hurt because they can be good in a pinch at helping you clear out the token from Wandering Emperor or just killing the Wandering Emperor after it minuses. I don't think that it's good enough as a threat. No, I don't. Do we keep this hand? I don't think so. Let's mull. We'll keep this one for sure. We don't need this many creatures, I think. I think I'm going to put back Ledger Shredder. Candy, this is a Delver Secrets away from being the most Izzet deck ever. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that, but you can't play Reckless Rage and Delver Secrets together. And Reckless Rage has been pretty good for us. Now, if you want to play Delver, you can cut Swisspear or Soul Scar, and then you can cut Reckless Rage for just 3 more Strangle or Fire Impulse or something, you know? See if this gets countered. Let's go top. I thought if you had to make a gauntlet for testing, what 5-8 decks or so would you put together? Highly recommend just using that type of information from Goldfish for that type of thing. mtggoldfish.com has like the top decks of the format at any given moment. They basically change the decks up like once a week based on trends. There's so many decks in this format that I don't think you can go wrong with like any 6 or 8 as long as you just make sure they're at somewhere in the top 8 of Goldfish. No worries. Goldfish is a good resource. I use it all the time. All right, here comes March. Typhoon. Okay. Typhoon's okay. What AOT consider? Tap Jawari. It's good news for me. Gust. Okay, let's go top. We'll draw it again. Maybe I should have played Opt. I thought about playing Opt. Verdict's a card I'm afraid of, and I can't counter it, so I don't think there's much reason to hold up Negate right here. We're going to strike while the iron is hot. Definitely going to attack with both. Offer the trade. Shark for here. If they chump block the Swisspear, we can assume they were getting Wrathed. And we are. So next turn we'll play Soul Scar, hold up, Negate. We'll just say go. Probably play EOT Opt. Let's go bottom. Alright, we're going to put Gigantha in, just attack. Use our mana as efficiently as we can. Hold up Negate for the... Ooh. I think I'm just going to counter this. It's just worth too many resources. Like, It might not be that good, but like if I don't counter that, the odds are like if they play Teferi and minus, that's fine because we have this Omen main phase. That's okay. What we really need is draw the Disdainful Stroke for the Yorion. Would be nice. Might just play Gigantha next turn though. One on top, one bottom. Okay. I'm gonna attack for one and then play Gigantha, I think. If we get Wrathed, we get Wrathed. Maybe I should play Have One Mine instead. I'm gonna just play this though. Force them to absorb or whatever. Alright. I wanted to get to a spot where I could activate Den of the Bugbear. Portable Hole, okay. They didn't put Yorn in hand. Maybe they will now. Nope. We'll draw two. I'm gonna shock. The Spell Pierce should be pretty good for the Deluge flashback. I'm gonna pierce the front half of this one though. Just keep them low in resources while we can. Seems like Wandering Emperor. I thought they would have played Wandering Emperor like any of the other points if they had it. Let's go top for this. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Consider. Just use our mana. Dig for Treasure Cruise. I like the bird. Bird's okay. We'll play Have One Mind. Pitch Hazard. If they make a 2-2, I'm just gonna kill the Wandering Emperor here while they're tapped out. Yay, Wandering Emperor so much? Seems okay. It's just a good card. Opponent goes one top. As a, let me see. One bottom, one top. Yeah. Portable Hole. We'll pitch a Den. We'll keep Op Cruise. Cruise is only costing one here, so that's nice. Let's hope they don't have Absorb as their last card, or hopefully draw some way to fight back, Dispute, Negate, or something. Wonder if they'll put Yorn in hand. Nope. Let's play PZ first. This will probably warrant a counterspell if they have it. Okay. All right, let's cruise for one. Looking for a threat. Put this on top. Draw two. Hold up Dispute. I don't want to cruise because if I cruise, they can main phase the Deluge. Or they can main phase, or they can play Teferi if they draw it, you know. Cycle Farmland's great for me. Thorn in hand's fine. We'll go ahead and play Op DOT. I don't think I want Soulscar here. I think it's a little too lackluster. Shredder's good. I will go Shredder Cruise with Dispute backup. I'll trade Din if they want. A token's going to be pretty big here. Let's hope that they don't have land plus a counterspell for me. Or dispute back. They have 2 randos we don't know about. It's possible that we should just not have activated Din and just held up max protection. Verdict here would kind of suck, but we still have Sokens on. Okay. Now, Yorion was way more scary with all that stuff in play. And we've already played enough treasure cruises. We don't really need our graveyard that much anymore. They didn't have to exile enchantments, I don't think. Or is it artifacts and enchantments? Yeah. We didn't have any enchantments in play. That's strange. Blobfish coming in with the prime. Appreciate you, baby. Emperor. We'll dispute this and then disable stroke the Yorion. Appreciate the Prime Gaming sub, my man. Welcome back to the Todd Squad. Sinful Stroke, paying dividends already. Things you love to see. We're both at 12. We need to draw a card draw spell, though. They might concede. We got them out. They conceded early last game. Let's hope they don't draw another Wrath. I want to try to close the game quickly, though. Omen of the Sea. That means even if they do have a Wrath, we get to loot away this land and look for a card draw spell or another threat. Where are all my young Pyromancers? Are they all gone? 2 are gone. Okay. One top, one bottom. Dream Trawler. Why is it always Dream Trawler, man? I can just never beat that card. Alright, let's go Soul Scar. Loot away Soul Scar. I'm just going to say go. If they attack, we'll see what they do. We can maybe go consider plus a thing. So it's that Revelry. We have very few cards left in our deck. I don't really want him to draw a card. Try to loot. It doesn't matter. I hate this card with every fiber of my being, chat. I've never felt so hopeless as when I play against Dream Trawler. Never felt more hopeless in my whole life than when I play against that stupid card. That was like the most insane cool game ever, and then they just play a 6-drop creature that I can never beat. I can interact and beat like everything else. Then they just play Dream Trawler and I die. Neo Gaff, thanks for the follow. Don't know if I said that already. Is Eldrazi midrange good enough for Pioneer? No, because you don't have anything that accelerates them. You know, you don't even have Mind Stone. You just have no payoff for being Eldrazi specific. So if you want to play, like, there's an old version of Simic aggro that played a bunch of colorless / colored lands, like Yavimaya Coast. And they played like Thought-Knot Seer, and that was okay. Yeah, just a testament to the insanely shitty designs of the Year of Our Lord 2019 Dream Trawler. Just one of the most aggressively costed, dumb idiot finishers of all time. Just can never interact with it. You can never race it. You can never kill it. It's just so stupid. Can never block it because that's flying. Maybe I should have let him have the fucking Yorion. Maybe that was the play. I wasn't high enough life total, but I only had I had 3 creatures in play, I think. I didn't have the bird yet. I think I just had Swiftspear and 2 1/1, so the Disable Stroke on a 4/5 flyer made a lot more sense. No worries, Lavaldi. I try to answer chat as much as I can. I missed some stuff. I apologize. Yeah, if they hadn't misplayed the Farewell, then I would 100% need to do that anyway, right? Counter the Yorion, so it's okay. We'll just pretend like they had more targets. All right, so they're on 6. We're going to keep because I can play this as red, then turn 2 Swiftspear plus Pierce or Consider. I might main phase Consider. I don't think I need to Pierce a 1 or 2 mana thing usually. All right, so they're on 6. It's like the one downside of Spikefield is that it enters tap, but like the fact that it can exile stuff is so cool, and the fact that it's a land that doubles as a spell is just sweet. All right, I'm gonna get an extra damage in here. I'm gonna Consider. We'll bend the op because we're light on blue sources. But if we draw another blue source, we'll be pretty happy. We do have a land to hit if we need anyway. All right, another blue source is great. We'll Consider, deal an extra damage. I don't want that land. All right, we'll attack. I'm not going to play this opt until EOT. We're going to hold up Pierce. I might Pierce this, actually. I just want him to stumble, maybe miss some land drops. Maybe a land enters tap so I can play Treasure Cruise. We put a thing in our graveyard, so it's pretty good here. All right, here's like Portable or something, or March, and then we'll just cruise. Okay. All right, we're gonna hold up Clue / Stroke, I think. I get everything they play is gonna be instant speed, right? Wandering Emperor, whatever. Maybe we just Pyromancer, get under a counterspell. If they verdict us, that's okay. We'll just cruise and try to find more threats. But the Disdainful Stroke's only as good as them having to main phase into it. And with just Swiftspear, it's not enough. And at the very least, I can get under and absorb. So now I can cruise with Disdainful Stroke backup. It's important to always be applying pressure when you can, even if it leaves your shield down for a turn, because you have to like envision the scenarios where you're actually casting the stroke. And it's like, next turn, let's say, all right, let's go for a draw. This also unlocks of one mind, even if they have the veto here, or gust, or not gust. If they have a counter spell here for this, negate, veto, we can still have one mind and clue. We can, well, no, because they can discard a card and give it hexproof, Livaldi. So all it does is tap it. That's why it's so hard to beat. You have to counter it. All right, we'll play the blue source. I'm not going to play any more threats. I'm just going to attack and then crack my clue. I guess I should maybe play Have One Mind. Play around Mystical Dispute, I guess. I should have done this pre-combat. That was a mistake. I was thinking I was going to go clue plus stroke, but I need to cast the Of One Mind while I have it turned on for 1 mana. Otherwise, they make it cost 3 later, and it could be pretty detrimental to our sequencing. So we're fine with Teferi. Verdict is okay as well. We're playing around as best we can. All right, it's Verdict. They're tapping this for white, so... All right, let's draw with clue. All right, we'll go Shredder, Swisspear, hold up, stroke. I'm gonna pay. This can actually check a Dream Trawler if that's all they have. If they wrath me, then we have Young Pyromancer plus Treasure Cruise to refuel. So I'm trying to like hedge my bets. I could have not paid to hold up Disdainful Stroke, but literally the only card that I'm super afraid of is Dream Trawler. And Ledger Shredder can actually just get up to 5 toughness pretty quick. Or 5 power rather to offer the trade. It's like the one instance where Dream Trawler is not that bad is when you already have Ledger Shredder going. I thank Janini. I appreciate you, fam. Thanks for coming by. They're gonna minus on this. That's fine. Gonna play Cruise. All right, now we have Dispute Strokes. I'm feeling very, very comfortable now. And I even have another Young Peasy in case they have another Verdict. We can stop Farewell. The Ganjo. That's something I always forget about. It's a Ganjo. All right, let's attack with everybody. We'll play Din post-combat. We're not going to play the Young Pyromancer, though. Settle the Wreckage. We can stop with Dispute and Stroke. All right, so let's start with a Dispute. And the Den of the Bugbear should be lethal next turn. We should win this exchange. All right, so veto. No! It's fine. That's so stupid, dude. My Shredder trigger, dude. I was just trying to play my spell, but I'd already have 6 to it. We're going to play Pyromancer because we are essentially, we have them dead with the Den, even if they draw Wrath. So no matter what they do, they're dead, except if they had played Dream Trawler, they might have been able to get out of it, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that was almost horrible. Yeah, I gotta be careful with that, I guess. Like, I just need to not auto-yield everything. Interesting match, though. Fun match. I feel like I had him on the back foot the whole match, except the one turn where they played Dream Trawler, and then that game, though, I felt like I had him under control the whole time. Monkey Brain, I think Treasure Cruise is far too good. The problem with Bedlam Reveler in Izzet decks and Treasure Cruise decks in general is that Bedlam Reveler makes you discard your hand, so it kind of offsets any other card draw effects you might have in your deck, including Opt, Consider, and things like that. I would much rather play Bedlam Reveler in a deck that plays like Manamorphose and burn spells. Like, you want free things and you want burn spells. You want to basically have the Bedlam Revelers be your only or main source of card advantage. That was one of the reasons why Faithless Looting was so good in the Bedlam Reveler decks, because you didn't like stay even with cards. You just press your advantage in multiple avenues and then use Bedlam Reveler to refresh just your hand. Bedlam Reveler is a good power level. I just don't think it's better than Cruise in this deck specifically, and I don't think it's better in Izzet than Cruise ever. What's up, Kyle? How you doing today, baby? What's the best way to fight against Hidden Strings combo? Pressure and interaction. Discard or counter spells plus creatures. Jinbu. What Jinbu say? Says, is it Prowl still viable in Pioneer? Well, we just 4-1'd. We beat Mono Green 3 out of the 4 times we played it, which I thought was good because I think the matchup's not great. Ace of Cakes coming in with the 7 months. Welcome back to Todd Squad. Thanks again for the 7 months. Thanks again to Blobfish XL for the Prime sub earlier. Appreciate you, friend. Blobfish, you've been around for a minute. Do you just like keep changing accounts? Do you just like keep signing up for 1 month of free Prime and then just like giving me your subs on different Blobfishes? How does this deck do via Mono Blue? Do we just have too many creatures for them to race? No, Mono Blue's easy. They have so few creatures and they all die. We have a ton of removal we just bombard them with removal. All right, we're gonna keep this hand. Opponents on the play. Hopefully they're not blue-white control. You just pick me every month? Well, how come it only says, it doesn't say for how many X months? It just says Prime sub. All right, playing against Mono Green. It's because you don't remember consistently. It should still say how many months you sub for. The fact that it doesn't really distresses me a little. It's not a big deal, though. It's okay. We'll play Peasy here. Judge Raj, welcome. Hope you enjoyed the list. I think it's pretty good. All right, so let's go strangle this. Let's go of one mind. Spire Bluff. Opt. We didn't have to opt there, but F6 value, you know? Maybe we should have played Consider. Or did we draw Consider? I don't even know. I think we drew Consider, right? So now they're going to play Cavalier, but we can kill the Cure easily. Cure is pretty scared with Nykthos. They hit a Forest. Elfu. Let's go Shredder. Kill the elf. Pitch Soul Scar. Alright, so we go Kiora, face. Maybe they'll mess up and block the wrong one. Yep, so they take a damage for free. And we'll shock with this and say go. Will EOT consider untap play cruise? I'm pretty likely to bend whatever I find off of this because we just need to fuel both cruises as quickly as possible. Lucranos. That's going to fight the PZ. Unfortunately. Lucranos has looked pretty good here. Multiple times I've seen it played against me. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. We're just going to take it, I think. We can chump block kind of forever now. This flies. All right, let's go cruise to start. What are we pitching? Probably ops. I'm just gonna get aggressive. I might chump block with Soulscar Mage on the Cavalier. We can double one of these up to kill the Plukernos or the Cavalier. They have a ton of mana, so we kind of just hoping that they have air. Yeah, we're definitely not dead. The Plukernos is already activated. We're possibly dead, but that's why we're being so aggressive. Old Growth Troll, not quite free, but it is castable. All right, we'll loot with Bird. I'm going to pitch maybe Reckless Rage, and then we'll just go Mono Face. No, we got to pitch another Ledger Shredder, I think. We'll just use our burn to clear this out of the way so we can attack with flyers and Beseiju. Okay, sure. All right, they had the land for the Nick, though, so we're fucked. Karn for boats. This is rough. What's up here, Jade? So high for Stranger Things Part 2? Nice. I'm excited about it, too. I love Stranger Things. I don't know it came out tonight. Comes out at midnight, I guess, right? Or maybe 3 a.m. or something. All right. 6, 5's 11. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they're just dead. How do we do this, chat? Do we attack first? And hope they activate Sky Sovereign? There's no way we just hope they don't activate Sky Sovereign, right? Because if we go Reckless Rage on the Troll, and they activate Sky Sovereign, they're not dead, and we can't really attack. But if we attack with everybody, and they just go to blocks, we're also dead. So maybe we don't go for the attack. But if we go for the attack and they activate Sky Sovereign, they die. Alright. I think we're going to lose otherwise, so let's... I think they've F6, actually. So we're going to use that to our advantage. Yeah, once you find out they've F6, it's easy to just find the kill, right? We have way more than 12 damage, chat. Way more than 12 damage. We did not have lethal if they activated Sky Sovereign, chat. That's why I did it. Who made a poll? All right, Coilin, Strokin, Gustin, Negatin, Strangle, and a Braid. And we're going to leave the Pierces on the sideline this time, like we were talking about. Tiebreaker poll? Too late. Can't vote. I don't even know that I can vote. I feel like that's just a debate to get me to play best of one. We'll keep this one. I'm gonna put back a consider, actually. I just want my 2 interactive pieces, my threat and my payoff. No elf? That's a bummer. My hand is kind of dog shit against no elves. Now if I play 2 spells, we'll get to loot. I pitch Spike Field. I could have attacked, and if they blocked, I could have done double damage to face. Trading 2 of these for a Keratin might not have been that bad. With the Scry as well. But I want to get the Ledger Shredder down. Kiora's fine. We can't kill it. Oh, we can draw 2 cards for 1 mana though. Let's pitch the... I don't want to pitch the Pyromancer. I think we just have enough pressure. Now they can untap this and play a 2-drop. All right, we're going to attack Kiora. See what they do. If they block here... All right, we're going to go Gust on the Wolf Willow Haven. And that's going to kill the Sylvan Caryatid. Ledger Shredder, we'll pitch Spikefield Hazard. Now the Kiora can still do stuff, but the Caryatid's dead. They're pretty fucked here. They might concede to this. They put it on top. It's good news for me, I guess. Save me, Tom Cruise! Alright, so we'll go Ledger Shredder, Reckless Rage, kill the Kiora, kill the Troll. Discard Soul Scar. I'm going to discard a Play with Fire, I think. We're going to go 5 face, 2 Kiora. And then hopefully if I get to untap, I'll be in business. I'm assuming I'll get to do some cool stuff next turn, but the mono green deck just puts so much pressure on the table in such weird, explosive ways. You should like never count them out. Never count them out. Stormy, Storm and Norman. Alright, Old Growth Troll plus Oath of Nissa. This is fine. It doesn't stop these. This will just be a ground pounder. We'll just kill him with Shredder over 2 turns with a counterspell. Hopefully. They found Forest off of the Oath, so no Cavalier. We'll go of 1 mine, maybe Treasure Cruise as well. Let's cruise first, though. Nice, we drew the land. I was afraid of not drawing a land, but that made it easy. If we draw a burn spell, we might attack and then burn spell. Alright, just another Soulscar Mage. Loot, we'll pitch a Soulscar. We'll pitch a PZ, probably. If we go face with a Play with Fire, we can't negate anymore. Alright, let's just hold up negate. I could attack with this too, and they block, and then I Play with Fire, but then I'm just left slightly vulnerable next turn to another Storm the Festival. Here, at the very least, we can stop Karn. We can stop a Storm the Festival. The only thing we can't really stop is a Cavalier, but Cavalier's in Chub Block mode, basically. We can put them to 4, and the next turn they're dead to these as long as I play 2 spells, which I can just go Shredder plus Cruise. Or I can just play it on my own turn, Shredder plus Fire. Kiora, I'm going to just negate this, I think. 4 mana doesn't really scare me. Untapping this for free, getting an extra card off a Cavalier or something, maybe. Negate just might not have targets this turn after that, and I want to kill them next turn if I can help it. GG. Here, Jay, redeem the Ric Flair. Woo! 2-0, baby. Let's go. Yeah, it's always a fun time when I get to play Treasure Cruise, I know. At least for me. My opponents might not agree. All right. These games have been really fun, though. Really interactive. This deck feels powerful. That's all you want, right? Gonna do more Fall Guys today? Yeah, we're gonna play Fall Guys after this league, I think. Once this league's finished, we'll be switching over to Fall Guys. I'll play with chat too if anyone wants to play. Fall Guys is now free to play, free to download on everything, cross-platform on everything. All right, might be playing a mirror. I'm gonna keep. I don't love it, but I have a interaction, a threat, and of one mind. And if I draw a human on 2, of one mind only costs 1. They're probably not gonna have a target for the of one mind, but oh, they're the this deck. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the 1. They're Boros Heroic with Swiss Spear. We're gonna play Shredder on 2. Spikefield can kill the Illuminator. Considers no K drops when you trigger Shredder. No Tarkov, wipe just happened. You know, my buddies are playing it right now, but I don't know. I haven't played it in over a year, and I just feel like I would fail miserably and just get my ass kicked and feel bad about it. Also, no one wants to watch me fumble around and play a game that I'm Only medium at. I'm gonna discard Spikefield, I think. Top card is Swiss Beer. Let's bin it. I know it helps me turn on Of One Mind, but at this point I just need removal. I have no removal in hand. I haven't found any in the top 12 cards. Just keep churning, keep chugging, keep looking. Haver says decklist on Patreon. It's on the stream right now if you want to check. Exclamation point deck or decklist. We also have a widget on the screen if you're on desktop, and you can hover over. It's a Stream Decker extension. Yeah, but like I don't. That's not a game that I want to stream, Monkey Brain. I don't like streaming things that I'm bad at. You know, I don't like doing the learning process on stream. I'll play a bunch off stream and then get good and then play it on stream. Like, I know that I'm pretty good at Fall Guys. I'm down to play that a bunch, you know? All right, here I think we'll just discard a land. All right, Den. Stout on firing that up, and I might need the mana source next turn. And I want all the spells. We can Reckless Rage this to death next turn if they don't have a land. We can block this. Damn, I was hoping they didn't have a land. Now we can't block at all. Homestead Courage, okay. All right, so we're gonna take 10 down to 7. I'll Reckless Rage this, play the Shredder. All right, so we're gonna make some blockers. We're gonna kill the big one. I'm gonna, I think I don't want to attack with Bird. I think I just lose to Ancestral Anger if I attack with Bird, and I'd rather just chill. If they don't Ancestral Anger, I'll just jump with Elemental. If they do Ancestral Anger, I'll just block with Elementals and Shredder and hope for the best. Nice day to put the counter on Hoplite. Yeah, I thought so too. But they were just trying to spread their damage around. I guess they didn't assume I was playing Reckless Rage. All right, Ancestral Anger. That's the scary one. We're going to have to block with Ledger Shredder for sure, and I'll try to figure out if I want to block with anything else. The Courage coming into... And then they might have the +4 thing. I'm just going to discard land. 7, so 3, 4, 5. So it's going to have 4 toughness naturally after this. Let's see, they probably play the +4/+0 and trample thing, right? So that's 11, 12. 12 minus 6. Okay, so we'll block with the 2 tokens. Max prevent. Three cards left in hand. Dread Horde, okay. All right, let's go. Ledger Shredder. I gotta kill the Dread Horde, I think. And hope that I have another way to give trample. All right, hope I draw a draw spell next turn. We're gonna go and play Pyromancer. Say go. But Swiss Sphere is very scary. They can give it pro red or pro blue with the God's Willing, but we have a blocker for the other side. 10 district. Okay. We had a very creature dense draw this game. I think we're gonna get beat here because of it. Can you give some insight on the different blue-red builds of the format? Phoenix is resilient to removal. Treasure Cruise makes you resilient to Thoughtseize. The Izzet prowess decks are starting to adopt of one mind, and I think that's a great way to replace expressive iteration, and you just got to build your deck accordingly. I think Phoenix is probably the strongest blue-red deck, but this deck is a close second, and it's very close, and I think this deck's actually great. It might need a couple changes to become S tier, but I'm not sure what to do exactly. All right, so none of them have trample. They're both 5 power, so the Ledger Shredder can't really block. I think I might block with a young Pyromancer, but I'm not sure. Actually, I'm just going to block with these two, I think. And we'll just hope that we chain together draw spells and that they don't ever draw a trampler or protection. This thing's just huge forever now. All right, let's consider. In the land. Consider. We really want Treasure Cruise or of one mind here. In the land. Gigantha in hand. So go. Dead to God's Willing, dead to Trample. Nothing we can do about it, though. Double list is fine. I don't know. I think he has 2 trophies with it, so it's probably good. Don't we like Spry Dragon? Of one mind makes PZ better. Yeah, the young Pyromancer can single-handedly trigger the young Pyromancer, which is why we're doing it. All right, so all creatures. So we're maybe in business, as long as they don't peel on us for a turn or two. We're at 6-2, so we can take a small hit. But again, we drew too many creatures this game. And that's the danger of playing 16. You know, you play against Rakdos, you're happy to play that many. You play against another deck and where you need to draw all removal and card advantage stuff, and you just fall too far behind. But luckily, we're peeling out of it. Treasure Cruise to start. All creatures, huh? I'm going to go and play my land since I don't have a bird. And if I draw another cruise or draw 2, then I have enough mana to maybe do stuff and attack with all my prowess creatures. We're still dead to God's Willing. We're no longer dead to Trample, though. God's Willing will kill us, though, since everything's red. All right, start with Consider. This is hopefully the beginning of a powerful turn, chat. All right, so let's yield to the prowesses. We might go for an Alpha Strike this turn, depending. We might wait till next turn to graveyard this. Play with Fire. All right, so that's 13. They have 4 blockers. They block these 4. They take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, these can attack. Okay, so let's say they block the 4 biggest. These 4. They take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But they lose a bunch of shit. And we get more blockers. All right, let's swing. We got to close the gap. We got to try to end the game. We can go play with Fire, make 4 total blockers to block 4 things, and we're still dead to Trample, still dead to whatever. They block here, we can shrink it and kill it. They trade there, that's fine. Or they eat that, that's fine. They should probably eat this, though. If they don't block enough prowess creatures, they also just die to play with fire, I think. Like if they just block both young Pyromancers, this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This Boros that good? Might want to try it tonight. I think that it's better against mono green, worse against a lot of stuff. Worse against a lot of other stuff. All right, so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is a lethal play with fire currently. This should definitely be blocking this, and then it's not lethal. Then I'll play with fire on the 10th District Legionnaire, I think. Yep. All right, so that's dying. We can just let damage happen, I think, maybe. No, we can't. Okay, so let's shrink this guy. All right, so we figured it out. It's not lethal because of how they blocked. So we're not going to go face. We're going to go for the 6/6 and hope that they don't have anything. We have 4 blockers. They lose most of their stuff. We lose this. They lose this. And this. We got 4 blockers. We're dead to trample. We're dead to God's willing, but that was always the case. They blocked well. Opponent ghosting? Oh no, they're just figuring out blocks. Yeah, they just realized they were dead to a burn spell. I think they drew Invigorating. That sucks. Or Boros Charm doesn't do it, right? Maybe they're just gonna loot with Illuminator. Probably dead though. God damn it, man. It's so stupid. I thought I played that game very well. Alright, Strangle in, Coil Braid, and the Pierces. I don't love any of the other counters. Not really. We'll cut the 4 Swiss Spears and an Opt. And I might cut another Opt for Negate so we can just try to win Counter Wars. I'll be right back. Ooh. Either Gus is bad? Yes. They have a bunch of white creatures and very few red spells from hand. You don't want cards like Gus in matchups like this because they just rot in your hand. Too often. They too regularly rot in your hand. All right, we're gonna keep this hand. Let's hope that we draw a mana source. Portable Hall, that's fine. I might opt here, look for a mana if I don't draw it. I'm gonna. Found it, it's easy. I will go Soul Scar, strangle that. I guess we'll play with Fire It since it's only 2 toughness and they're tapped out. Maybe I should hold it though because the instant speed versus sorcery, but I think 3 toughness versus 2 toughness is a bigger deal in more spots. These are looking kind of questionable. Once I don't know. I don't know that they are questionable, they just look questionable. Hopefully they don't draw a land here. If they don't draw a land, we can strangle this. If they draw a land, we gotta tank on it. Alright, nice. Alright, let's just go strangle this. Hopefully we draw a land next turn so we can go Shredder of One Mind. But I definitely want to kill this while they're tapped out. They might just not have another creature, you know? It also just blocks our stuff so we can't attack. I could just play Ledger Shredder and pass turn, but that just feels like such a weak play. Considering that if I just draw a land, I get to use everything. I'm hoping they interact. I was hoping they would just kill my creatures, you know? If they play Portable Hole, I'm always happy. More threats is more scary. Alright, Stevens. We'll go Shredder. We'll play Of One Mind. I'm going to pitch Cruise over Of One Mind, I think. No, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. This is going to be 5. Plus, they might just kill my Shredder next turn, and then we're in trouble. If I'd known I would draw another Cruise, I definitely would have pitched it. But I didn't know. I didn't know. I might block. I don't want to get fucking combo killed. Oh, if they go Reckless Rage on Ledger Shredder. Alright, I'm just going to pitch, I guess another Ledger Shredder. And it's not going to die. Easy. Big mistake. Alright. Chilling. Well, we had a hell of a game 1. Floppy finish game 2, and now game 3. Let's reveal Gigantha. Got a mulligan, unfortunate. Maybe we'll have a good 6, though. Alright, we'll keep. I'm going to put back Of One Mind. Probably going to play this as a land on 1. Just hopefully they don't have a creature on 1. Yes! Perfect. Alright, well now, because they have Virtuoso in their deck, I'm going to play the Spire Bluff. And hopefully Spikefield Virtuoso on 2. How do you feel about Gus versus Negate in this matchup? I like winning Counterspell Wars, and I don't like situational removal. Alright. Hate this one. I know, I literally, look, you're asking a question that someone asked 5 minutes ago that I've already answered, so. Having cards like Gust in matchups where it doesn't target most things means you're just going to have spots where you draw Gust against a favorite Hoplite or an Illuminator Virtuoso and you die. The only reason Spikefield Hazard's in the deck is because it's a land. It kills Virtuoso. It doesn't really kill anything else. All right, we'll just take it here. Arcanist. Okay. I'm going to play Consider here and get a double trigger. I'm going to pitch Spikefield for 1. Probably... Okay, Soulscar Mage with the other. I think I'm going to attack, but I'm not sure yet. Go Graveyard. It's so hard to block against their deck. That's okay. I just think that it doesn't target Favorite Hoplite or Virtuoso, so it's like kind of lackluster. But obviously, in a spot where they play a bunch of red creatures, it's going to be like, oh man, Gus could be so good here. But it doesn't even really solve the problem, right? Gus is so much better against decks that have like 5 drops that you put back on top. It's good against mono red because it hits everything. It's not good against this deck, I don't think. But it could be better than a card draw spell in the early turns. It's always going to look good when it looks good, but when you draw it and it looks bad, you lose. How do they have red-white floating? Didn't they just cast something? That was EOT. Never mind. They just have 8, but 8's a lot out of 20. It also is just a 2-mana removal spell, too. It's not... I mean... You're always going to find a reason to play the thing. You have to look for reasons to not do the thing. You have to have cards that are more fluid. That's the way that you make Izzet functional. But obviously against the triple red creature draw, we didn't draw a removal spell till turn 3, and we were tapped out. So yeah, it looks a lot better in this spot than it would normally. Maybe I should have kept Soulscar Mage. All right, we're going to definitely be pitching spells here. So this is... I'm just going to pitch Play with Fire, I think. They're going to target the 10th district, probably. With the back half. I'm just going to grow my creatures. We'll play Cruise for 1 next turn, probably. So if they put 2 counters here, we can block here. If they put it here, I don't know. We'll see. Letting the Dreadhorde untap is disastrous for me. In shambles, chat. We're in shambles. So now they can Divine Strike here and attack for 11. We'll block the Dreadhorde and take 8. Something like that. So they have to target the 10th district. I guess we can block here and only take 6, 7. Yeah. I mean, I'm also just playing from experience, right? I boarded an Aether Gust in that type of matchup already, and it was bad. Like, rhyme or reason. All right, so I wonder if we just have to go for kill this and hope that they have nothing, attack for 8. The problem is we can't really block well. You know, like we're in such dire straits no matter what we choose to do. that I feel like it's maybe worth gambling to try to hope that they have nothing for Dreadhorde and just a bunch of creatures and die. If all they have is God's Willing, they lose. Like, if we just go Reckless Rage on a 10th district, attack for 8, I think that gives us the best chance to win, maybe. We can go to Shock to 7, play with Fire, Strangle. Doesn't really do much. We can hold the Odawara. I mean, this is our turn 4. We're under so much pressure from these 10th district Legionnaires, you know? Yeah, that'll happen, Rhea. I'm glad you had success with it, though. It's a very fun deck. Alright, well, I don't think I can win by blocking, so I'm just gonna go for the kill. You know, we're dead to a million things. That's okay. We're gonna lose the game to a million things, so we're gonna play for the win. But I'm gonna attack for 8 instead of holding back, because I think I'm just gonna lose if I hold back to block. Because these are gonna, one of these is gonna have to chump this, and then I can just never really win because this gets too big. So I'm just gonna hope that they have nothing. If they have anything, we're dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Portable hole? Ooh, brutal. Well, that means we're not dead, though, actually. 5. We can draw another Play with Fire and kill them, maybe? Since we have the other Play with Fire. Alright, let's loot. We're going to discard Strangle. We're no longer winning by attack or by hitting creatures. So we're going to look for another Play with Fire. We're going to upkeep Play with Fire. We're going to cruise. We're going to opt. And we're going to look for Burn Spell. Oh, no. It's just lethal because they pumped our guy. So I made the play to win the game, and we're going to win the game because of it. Unless, of course, they have something here. But we'll Play with Fire, upkeep. Braid. No, it's bottom. It's fine. Little cruise. And then we'll make sure we discard a spell. We'll just pitch of 1 mind. Nice. So here. Let's review this game, right? That decision. I'm in a spot where it makes no sense to attack with both if you're trying to not die. But the only way I win that game is if their hand is just all creatures, right? Because I can't kill both District Legionnaires. I can't kill Dreadhorde and Legionnaire. And so by deciding to kill the thing that is giving onboard lethal and then attacking to try to put them under a 2-turn attack clock, we essentially found a way to win. And our opponent actually made a mistake by playing the Favored Hoplite. If they don't play the Favored Hoplite, I actually have to just draw another Play with Fire to actually win, because I don't have Monster Swiss Spear in my deck anymore. So cool. Yeah. All right. Figured it out. All right. I'm going to go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. So no to play Saturday in the Store Champs? Mono Green, or is it Phoenix, Faki Barboza, or this cool Izzet Prowess deck that we're owning with? Your choice. But it should probably be a Mono Green or an Izzet deck. Be my recommendations. I have a sideboard guide for this deck on my Patreon. If you're not subbed already, you can go check it out. I'm gonna mulligan this hand, actually. It's a little wonky. This hand's much better. I'm gonna put back a Play with Fire. I don't know what they're playing, so let's just start with Soul Scar. Clorin says this deck's looking very good. Yeah. Today was actually just a big promo day for my Patreon because I wanted y'all to see the deck in action a little more. And I wanted to test out my sideboard plans, and we actually found a better sideboard plan for some of the matchups already. So, but my Patreon has a sideboard guide. If you're interested, you can go check it out now. I posted the link in chat. Murder Beans later. Yeah, it might not be till 9 o'clock though. We have people coming over for dinner, but they don't usually stay that late. And we have to go to the store. So I actually have to get off in like 45 minutes to go to the store. Mana Confluence Portable Hole. What the shit? We'll go Consider or Play with Fire depending, and the next one we'll probably just put Giganta in hand. Oh, so they're Insol. That's fine. Ringleaf Drum. Okay. Hope of Gerper. They sequence right. Rats. Another drum. Alright, we'll go ahead and Play with Fire this thing. I'm going to go ahead and play Consider. I'm going to do it anyway, so I might as well get an extra damage. I don't really need another threat. I know it flies or whatever. Reckless Rage is a great pickup. That'll let me interact. We're just digging for card draw effects now. Card draw effects and removal is all we want. We don't want threats anymore. Chlorine subbed to the Patreon yesterday. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Deacon says this deck looks sweet. Yo, just for the record, I did not build this deck originally. I picked it up yesterday and or day before and had a lot of fun with it. So I decided to make it my content this week. You know what I mean? What's cost 3? Oh, that's your big finish? That's it? Alright, Metavolt's the pickup. Drew land. Alright. Gigantha in hand. Den out here. Just gonna shove. Alright, so they eat one of these. Trade here, take 2. Maybe we just attack with these. I'm cool with them eating one of these, I think. They can also gain some life. I should have attacked first, I guess. They might double block here. They should definitely double block, but they might go block. I'm into it. Portable Hole on the PZ. Alright. So Meatball's checking this. If I draw, they have to block, so I'm not going to bluff. If I draw a land, I'm just going to play Gigantha. Alright. I don't want to bluff with this either. We might draw something we want to play. Alright, let's attack for 2. They're not going to block. And then we'll play a Swifty. A land here is good. Land here is great for doing the Bugbear activation. GG. Alright, so we're going to board in Strangle, Coil, Braid, And I don't think I want the disputes. Basically just stops in soul. I don't know that they have that many non-creatures. Maybe we want the pierces though. We could do this. The pierces might be rad. I think they become bad quickly. Maybe we even want negate. I do like cutting Opt and Swiftspear in the matchup, and that just means that the more reactive things are going to be a bit better. But I think negate can stop more things like Michigo's Rain and stuff like that. Pierce on the draw might be good. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Keeping this. Do buy Pirate now or spend $5 each on the borderless ones. You should get the borderless ones. The borders, or actually, I would do old border ones. I think old border ones are cool as heck. Cool as heck. I'm gonna play Soulscar over Play with Fire on the Ornithopter. If they want to play Michigo's Rain and attack for a 2 or whatever, I'm fine with that. Now I might kill this. Oh, bad news. Bad news for me, chat. I messed up. Do you think they go for it if I just sit? Maybe not. I can shrink it though. I can shrink and dink it. Old border ones look cool. I'm not even sure that those are real. Those might be moto only. I really don't know. I don't know what things are. Someone gifted you a sub yesterday, so today was a great time to throw $5 at the Patreon for this sideboard guide. Yo, Rhea, I'm glad you got the gift sub, and I'm glad that you're subbing to the Patreon, friend. Your content's good and I enjoy it. Well, I'm glad to have you here, you know? All right, let's go Opt. Looking for removal. Don't need that. I'm going to go ahead and Reckless Rage just to shrink it and make it somewhat not problematic. Next turn we can play with fire, or we can just ignore it. It's just a 1/1 flyer now. Patchwork. Portable is fine. I'll just kill Patchwork. I wish War didn't counter. I wish it just made it cost more. It costs X dollars to target this creature, you know? Well, we drew some removal. I could have just not played Soulscar in one. Any thoughts around making the deck splash green for Drill? Or would that make a mana be too sus? I think it'd probably be too bad on the mana. Although that enemy pair is pretty good. We're going to keep this. I want to hold the Otawara for as long as possible. So I think I'm going to River Glide on blue and play Opt. We don't have a creature for that yet, so we're going to plop it. We're going to go and play Ledger Shredder, and now if we have the Abrade if they do go for the Insult Artifact. If they play 2 spells, that's great. Portable Hole, Brutal. All right, well, now we can Abrade that and get our thing back. And block. Now they have to pay 1 or this dies. Easy block. Doesn't tap for colored mana anymore. Okay. We'll pitch the Reckless Rage. Say go. So if they go for a thing on this. All right, we'll just go EOT, play with fire this, and pay the 2. I'm gonna just keep, I don't know. I don't know if that's right, but I don't really have a way to stop Insol here. That makes Michigo's worse as well. The fact that it's a sorcery, most of their creatures are kind of small anyway and just get better when you just put shit on them or target them with stuff. If they put Insol on Ghostfire Blade, they can't attack this turn. If they do it on Portable Hole, that'll be good for me. All right, so now I'll just return it to their hand. Attack for 1. So now they can play it again. They still don't have any creatures to target. Blackstaff's kind of cool. If they go for the Portable Hole, that'd be good for me. Looks like they're not going to do either. All right, so let's go Cruise for 6. So they're just going to make a 4/4 and hit me next turn. So we're just going to draw some cards and look for a way to kill whatever Blackstaff targets. We've already discarded, I think, 2 Reckless Rages. Just 1. Okay. Ginger Brute. Okay. They make that a 4/4. That's fine. If they suit up with 2 Ghost Fires, that's fine too. I'm going to bottom. I'm going to play with fire this. That way if they ever undo this will die. And they can make it a 6/6. We can start chipping away at it. But this also prevents 2 more damage this turn. All right, the Patchwork's not that big a deal. These are horrible. We'll discard the... So what are we going to discard? We're not dead yet. Guess we'll discard a Pierce. Then the Pyromancer. I think I'm going to play Soulscar Mage. Maybe, actually, I'll hold up Spell Pierce. Because they might go for Michigos plus Unblockable. Spell Pierce can maybe save me, and then Den the Bugbear might kill him. Soulscar, I don't think is going to save me. Now they can make this unblockable and attack for 4, but then they're dead to the Den plus these. So I think they have to not attack. Yeah. All right, so Strangle on this. We'll pay the 2. Okay, easy. 4-0. All right, Ryan, are you still here? Run a thing. Run a thingy. We've gone 2-1 in almost every single match, though. And I side out Swift Spirit plus Opt a bunch. I think that's telling. All right, here we go. I'll make Swifty bad. The same thing that's always made Swifty bad in a deck that plays Opt. You know, like You want to play Swiss Spear when you're being hyper aggressive and like playing a bunch of burn spells. I mean, it's been fine, but I sided out a bunch, you know? Whenever I want to become more controlling, more counter spells and things like that. All right, whoever bet 1.1k is about to get paid. The deck is a little too reactive to make the Prowess creatures like particularly broken or whatever. But that doesn't mean they're bad. They also fuel Reckless Rage, which is a big deal. Very few one-drop creatures can fuel Reckless Rage. You're a gnome investor today? Yes, yes. Yes, yes. All right, see if we can get that 5-0. We had 2 4-0s playing for trophy both times. Last week we played Mono Green 3 times. This league only once. Had a lot more aggro decks this league too. This is a good deck to showcase Shredder and Pyro. Yes, they work very well together. I think Soul Scar is probably the other one that's just good enough to play. But 16 threats feels like maybe one too many. Maybe I'm boarding out the ops too much, you know? But I like my theory behind like citing out some card draw spells, like some slower ones, less impactful ones, whenever you need to interact on one. Dude, I regularly bet against when I watch Spike, because if he loses, I get paid, but if he wins, I'm happy because he 5-0'd, right? Betting against is okay. It's no big. No, I don't think so, Ruler. I don't want it to cost 2. The 2-drop slot's already pretty hounded by the Pyromancer and the Ledger Shredder, so I think that you just need another 1-drop or nothing. More interaction. What up, Jesse? Yo, this deck's hot. I think you're going to like it. I have 2 4-0s playing for 5-0. I lost the first time. I lost 1 out of 4 to Mono Green last league. And then this league, we've been mostly aggro decks. One blue-eye control, and then a couple aggro decks. Kind of cruising, though, now. We're going to keep this one. We'll go draw spell on 1 into threat on 2. I'm going to go ahead and burn it, though, instead of holding it, so I can just hit land drops. I'm going to play Shredder on 2 because it's less likely to die to early removal. Just fewer things kill it. Pyromancer, depending on the matchup, I guess, we'll figure out which one to play. But most of the time, it's Shredder on 2. How's Of One Mind been? Quite good, Alias. Quite good. Imagine having iteration in the deck. I mean, yeah. This was just a deck that existed with iteration, but we changed it slightly to play Of One Mind. So this is Mono Blue Fairies, so we'll definitely play Shredder, so we can play around the Curious Obsession draw. I forgot to play the Consider chat. I was too distracted by chat. I forgot to play my spell. And I didn't draw a land, so I'm going to be pretty upset. More filtering later? Yeah, but I need the mana now. It was just a misclick, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I think I just F6'd on their turn. I'll play another Shredder. I'll find a better spot for Reckless Rage. Pyromancer is bad in this matchup because they just mono flyers, so we're going to discard it. All right, this gets denied. That's fine. I'm going to hold this back still, I think, to play around Curious Obsession. I really don't want to get rattle chained, so I want to be very particular with my Reckless Rage. If I knew that my Ledger Shredder was going to get countered, I might have kept the young Pyromancer. But Pyromancer's strength comes from being able to attack or block. And in this matchup, it cannot block, really. They have one creature it can block, and that creature can gain flying pretty easily, so... Shredder doing a great job of holding off the Curious Obsession stuff, though. And when I played Mono Blue, Ledger Shredder was a kick in the nuts. I have been impressed by Of One Mind, though, for sure, chat. I don't want y'all to sleep on that card. That card has been quite strong. Thanks, Simic. I think that's one of my biggest strengths as a content creator and a player in general. Let's see. I'm gonna pitch the Opt, I think, because I want Soulscar. Maybe I'll just pitch Soulscar. No attacks, no blocks. All right, so we'll kill this. They'll tap in response. Then we'll go Opt. Then we'll go Cruise, and I think we can pay around the Wanderer. All right, so now they can Curious Obsession me. But then I can just hold back Ledger Shredder and they need another Shacklegeist. Ooh, this might be a big attack. And no Curious Obsession, but they probably still have Rattle Chain, so we got to be aware of that. I'm start with Consider. The goal is to be able to attack with Soulscar because it cannot block. We'll put it into the graveyard. I'm gonna pitch. Ooh, I've One Mind's pretty good. All right, Soken's on. Okay. I'm gonna play this tapped. Attack for 3. They can counter it. I'd be pretty happy with it. I got the Cruise going next turn. We'll play Spire Bluff since it's a guaranteed tap. Attack with just Soulscar. Play a little defense. I still think they have Rattle Chains. They just like don't cast anything on 2. They have Lofty Denial, but maybe they just have Rattle Chains also. How many non-humans do you play? Just 4 Ledger Shredder, but Young Pyromancer creates some on its own. So Young Pyromancer is kind of like a mini combo with it. All right, so this sucks. They're gonna tap and attack for some. Okay, I'm gonna pitch a land. We might need the creature to punch through the last bit of damage in a few turns. So we're going to take 6. They're going to draw a card. And then we have to find an answer for Shacklegeist before they untap. But we got a Cruise. We can play Swiss Spirit pre-combat as well. They drew Faceless Haven. That's actually fine because we have plenty of on-the-ground blockers for it. Can we kill them this turn? Maybe not, but maybe. Let's try. I haven't done the math yet, chat, but maybe. Let's try. I guess this probably stops me. I think this is enough, but I haven't done the math yet. I'm pretty sure it's Xaxes. No, they have no cards in hand. They have no cards in hand. Everything's tapped down. That's why we are going for the kill, because their shields are down. Other than the Wanderer, which they probably should have used. I would have paid, but then I don't think I would have been able to kill him. All right, Dispute in. Braid, Coil. We basically want all interaction. I don't love Spell Pierces, though, because they have a very few non-creatures, basically just like 10, and they all cost 1 or 2. And later in the game, it's just a dead card. We might want the Negate to help win a counter war, but this is definitely a matchup where we can maybe cut the young Peasies. Don't like Hearse. I'm trying to think if I want to keep young Peasy and just beat down with Swiss Spear, and I think that that's the play. But maybe it's just always... Young Pyromancer just works too good with Of One Mind, so maybe it's just always Swiss Spear Opt. Maybe it's always Swiss Spear Opt comes out. Swiss Spear is, I think, my worst creature in the matchup. Or in the deck, rather. In the matchup, the Young Pyromancers might be worse just because they cost 2 versus 1. But I like the fact that it fuels Of One Mind by itself. All right, we'll keep this one. Doing great with it. Work with the deck? Yeah, it's been flowing pretty good. They didn't play 1-drop. Good news for me. We will probably go ahead and play Young Pyromancer on 2. I'm going to keep all removal spells, basically. If they go Rattle Chains, we can go play with Fire, Reckless Rage, if they have a protection or whatever. All right, this resolved. That's good news. No 2-drop. No 1-drop, no 2-drop, chat. Shacklegeist. Okay. All right, let's go play you Shock. Let's play with Fire here, see what they do. We can play around Spell Pierce. Flip out the back. Okay. That's no big deal. Can't block anyway, so I probably should have waited till their turn. No Rattle Chains. So we'll just chain these off and then Treasure Cruise. I cannot believe they don't have it. That's so weird. Maybe they have Mystical Dispute. All right, Mystical Dispute makes sense. So we're gonna consider / Reckless Rage and play Giganta in our hand. No, it just has to be Mystical Dispute. There's no way their hand's not 2 Mystical Disputes. Shacklegeist is fine. All right, we'll just kill this again. Hopefully they didn't draw Rattle Chains for the turn. Yep. Called it. Easy. This can't block. So we'll attack for 4, and then we'll Mind Cruise. Mind again. Cruise it up. See? Interact, 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 refuel. Interact, 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 refuel. 5-0! Let's go! The easiest league in history, chat. Easiest league in history. The 5-0 floweth. You know what they say, chat? You know what they say to that? They say... Pay the believers! Pay the believers! Pay the believers! Doubters in shambles. Believers get rich. And the world is good. Everything's great. Thanks for the follow, Linux Clans. Appreciate you. All right, so this is the list, chat. That's going to do it for the stream today, but I want y'all to take a look at the list before we go. We're going to do a couple of, like, hits and misses. First and foremost, the 8 1-drop prowess creatures work really well with Reckless Rage. Reckless Rage was a shiner. It did some good stuff. Being an instant, killing 4 toughness things. We use it to kill Old Growth Troll quite a bit. Even though it kept them with Devotion, it cleared the blocker for the prowess creatures early, the Young Pyromancer tokens early. If you told me that in a month, this deck was 4 Delver, 4 Pyromancer, 4 Shredder, and no Reckless Rage and like all Fiery Impulse and Strangle, I would say that's probably a way you can go, and it's probably okay, right? That might be what stock becomes or whatever. But this build looks good, plays smoothly, sideboards well. We have answers to most things. And this build, you know, we added the Disdainful Stroke, we added the extra Strangle, we cut the 2 Rending Volleys because I didn't feel like we needed help in those matchups. And honestly, I was right. We didn't need it at all. We won anyway. So I think that going forward, I'm going to keep playing this deck a bunch. This deck feels really powerful. Of One Mind was much better than I originally thought. And now after 3 leagues with the deck, I'm convinced that it's an excellent Magic card, especially combined with Young Pyromancer, Ledger Shredder, and these 1-mana human, Monastery Swiftspear, and Soulscar Mage. Anyway, that's going to do it for a stream today. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to probably play some more Magic tomorrow during the day, but in the evening, later in the stream, we'll probably switch over to Fall Guys. So before we go, make sure to check out our sponsor, Apex Gaming. They stream Magic 4 times a week. You can check out their Twitch page at twitch.tv/Apex Gaming. They have monthly competitive Modern 1K events, and they're running a 5K Invitational on July 9th. For more information, !Apex in the chat for you. Go to apexgaming.gg. They'll have more information on Season 2 coming real soon. They're a big sponsor for the month of June. I'm going to give them a few more days of sponsorship for freebies. So they'll be our sponsor for the next few days as well. But thanks for hanging, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. I'm going to raid somebody. Let's see who we got. Is Apex streaming is a real question. They're not. All right. So we can do Sam, Amy, Demonic. Let's do Sam. Points? I already paid out points, I thought. Yeah, points are paid. Points are paid. Swifty, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna rate Amy. Y'all go watch Amazonian play. She just moved into a new place. Her stream schedule is probably the same, but it might be different. I had a wonderful stream today. Thank y'all for making it good. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Make sure to check out our sponsors. Make sure to hit the follow button if you hadn't already. I'll be back tomorrow playing some more Pyo. If you like Pyo, you're gonna like it. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.